We're in Prospect Heights, Brooklyn, in a formerly industrial neighborhood. We're in my studio, which was formerly the master bedroom of the apartment I share with my husband. But I decided that I needed more space, so out goes the bed.
I was asked to come up with a concept to transform the lobby of the Kimmel Center into something that relates to Paris 1910-1920.
Every time I walk into the space, that itself, like the moment of walking in through the doors off Broad Street, the doors open and I'm in that space. Every time I'm there, I'm amazed that we're actually doing this here.
The first thing I thought of was putting, a giant sculptural interpretation of the Eiffel Tower right here, like right in the middle of the space, that you encounter as you walk through the doors. You see it, and then you approach the Eiffel Tower, and then you can actually walk under it and look up, up into the spire of it. And yeah, I mean, it's a real structure. It's taller than a lot of buildings.
Well, this is my little clothesline of current thinking. Just kind of put whatever's like currently being worked on up here. We've had the big ideas, and now we need to actually figure out how to get it done. And that's the thing about design, is that it's creativity working within limitations.
I just had this image of an Eiffel Tower that was not a faithful representation of it, but actually a sculptural reinterpretation of it that was a wire cage filled with light bulbs.
This is actually a very early, the first conceptual model of light bulbs within a wire cage. So, I love actually all the cables. I love the messiness of it, and the kind of sculptural quality of the electric cables. And I think that's going to be very present in the final product as well.
I think I was thinking about technology and electricity, and Paris is the city of light, and so I'd really thought that a light sculpture, something that had life to it, that it wasn't just an object, but that could turn on, would be a great activating element to the space.
A little over 9,000 light bulbs at the moment. That's what we're thinking.
The other part of the design that's really important to me is actually stretching cables throughout the space from one side of the barrel vault to the other, and really cutting through the space in the way that the Cubist painters sliced through their paintings and made you see things from different perspectives.
Wrapping my head around the scale of it has been an incredibly kind of eye-opening experience. This was an earlier version where what I had drawn on the ground plan and the section actually pierces through Verizon Hall. So that was a good discovery to make. Well, we can't do that.
There are going to be miniature airplanes and trains riding the cables through the space, so the air will be abuzz with activity and movement. We just had a meeting about that this morning, actually, to figure out how we're actually going to do this. So the way that the different elements of the design have been deployed, you encounter them kind of in a series or in a journey as you're walking through the building. So, first you come in and you see the Eiffel Tower, and then you walk under the Eiffel Tower, and then you see the cafe that's going to be under here.
The Kimmel Center will be operational for 3 out of the 4 weeks that we're installing. So we'll be working around events. So it could be really exciting. You walk in and there's sort of a, kind of a half constructed spire.
The floor space will be activated into kind of a plaza, boulevard type space where you can encounter a food cart that's going to be this kind of fanciful, surrealist, sculptural object.
Those were some of the just early ideas and sketches, and we've been refining those in computer drawings. Basically, the idea is to take kind of multiples of one element with each cart. So this one, basically, I decided that we'd have multiple umbrellas.
Over here is going to be the PIFA stage. The sound adds to the movement and energy of the space.
You kind of have to just keep your eyes on the prize. You know, you have to kind of just be a little bit relentless about just moving forward to shaping whatever it is going to be in the end, like make that as good as it can possibly be.
I love that it's buildings within a building. I love the geometry of it, the simplicity of the shape of Verizon Hall within, you know, this really clean glass dome. I mean, for me, the height of the space and the volume of the space was the most exciting thing about working in this building. The scale of the building is both the greatest thing about it and the scariest thing about it. There's no other way to the top of the dome in order to put those points in for the cables. The riggers have to climb that dome all the way along to get to that point. That's pretty terrifying. I want people to feel the space in a palpable way. I want people to look up and see the sky through the dome, but also feel a kind of electricity and a kind of buzz in the space that reflects what's happening in the festival and what's happening all around the city.